Ryan, keep us updated on that tragedy. Also new at 5 on this Tuesday night, Rhode Island is now going to keep track of who owns electric cars.
Local fire departments have access to that information, so when they're called to a fire, they'll know what they're getting into. This will include addresses, plate information, and what kind of vehicles are involved. Molly Levine is live in studio with how this works. Molly?
Patrice and Dan, the state fire marshal says it's to give firefighters a heads up so they can properly prepare before heading to a fire that involves an electric vehicle. It's a bill lawmakers have been working on for 2 years now.
Being a former police officer, public safety is very important to me.
State Representative Earl Read has been working on legislation that would keep track of who owns an electric car to help firefighters respond after his son went through the fire academy and mentioned the dangers of fires involving electric vehicles, including electric shock risks and environmental contamination.
The bigger the vehicle, the bigger the battery, the bigger the fire, the harder to put out.
Despite the dangers, it took 2 years for the bill to cross the governor's desk.
What were some of the challenges that you had to work through?
Excellent. Well, some of the challenges were some privacy information, basically license plate information, and of course, people want to respect their privacy, and we need to weigh that versus public safety.
Under the law ceremonially signed Tuesday by Governor Dan McKee, the state fire marshal's office and the DMV will create and maintain the database. The DMV will transfer the information directly to the fire department that provides fire protection services to the address of the vehicle owner. The information will include the vehicle's description, including the make, model, and year.
How do we ensure that these databases are going to be kept private?
Well, I think that, again, whatever, we'll follow the law. The people who might have concerns that I don't think it's going to be the people who own the vehicles, because the people who own the vehicles will want to make sure that they're safe.
The state fire marshal's office pulled numbers from the past few years. In 2024, there were 9 fires involving EVs. In 2025, there were 6. And as of today, in 2026, there have been 16, most recently this one. At Batista Auto Repair in Providence, investigators found the fire was caused by a thermal runaway in an electric vehicle's lithium-ion battery system.
Do you believe that every town would be safer if they had a database with every home that had an electric vehicle?
Yeah.
What would be different in terms of your approach?
Our response would be a little bit different based on we'd have a little bit more situational awareness.
State Fire Marshal says this is another tool in the toolbox when it comes to protecting firefighters and believes the new law could potentially save lives. I'm live in studio, Molly Levine, NBC 10 News.
All right.